All right, good morning, everybody. How are we doing? Welcome to my selling off my PokeMMO Lunar New Year event Poke Loot tab. What I mean by that, it's a lot of complicated words that are made up, right? In the RuneScape community, there is something called a Slayer loot tab or X loot tab. It's basically like you hold everything of value, you hold all the gold, you hold all the item drops until you hold all those items until you're actually done the task or done the thing or done some sort of milestone. So you basically just accumulate all of these things to sell and all of this gold. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go ahead and just sell off. I have a bunch of alphas here. These were all caught during the event. And then I have a bunch of more alphas, honestly, up here. And I have 2, 3, 4, and 5. All of these were caught for sure during the event. Now, a lot of these were opened during Mysterious Balls during the event. Mysterious Balls, Cherish Balls, whatever you want to call them. But I think all of the Cherish Balls I got were either received. I think they might have been a few donations. But most of them were received from actually just playing the event. You got them from playing the event. So a lot of this was earned by me just playing. I think I might have a really quick. I have like this Grovyle. I'm actually for sure I caught during the event. There's stuff like that that might be out of place, but that's okay. That should be mostly it. I've got a lot of stuff. I'm not gonna be able to list all of this today on one video. It just would take too much time. But I'm gonna try to list a lot of the big stuff, and then we'll list a lot of the smaller stuff just off camera or something. But I've got some level 100 competitives here. Like I might even keep some of these. These are just so phenomenal. Drudagon level 100, Haxorus. If you get the level 100 drops, they're pretty rare from Cherish Balls, but they end up being like competitively ready. Like they end up with like correct nature and stuff, like jolly nature. It's it's basically like a PvP reward comp, honestly, but it's tradable, which is phenomenal. We got a bunch of alphas in here to take care of, and we've got more alphas here. You guys know the drill. A bunch of everything's hidden ability, a bunch of hidden ability Dragonairs. I might keep some of those once again because those are pretty cheap right now. We'll see how I feel about everything. We'll go step by step. Let's just get started. All right, step one, we've got this Grovyle. This was just caught in a swarm, which is pretty wild. 3 times 31 Grovyle should be a pretty solid sell. Sceptile is a very desired Pokemon in NU, I believe. However, I think it runs special. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's Timid, Life Orb, Giga Drain. There's some Adamant in there, though. So, like, honestly, this Lonely could, be okay. But we're going to see how much this sells for. Thankfully, this Grovyle is a super easy price check. Like, I would just search the 31s and those stats. And I would do Trico, 188k. That has 20 plus, 25 plus in both defenses, though. Grovyle. You just go through each one. Is there no Grovyles? I guess so. I spelled it right? So let's do Sceptile. I mean, it makes sense. Someone's going to have to find this as a Grovyle, which is a little more complicated, which means I should make it a little cheaper. Trico's 188k. I'd probably just go 150k on this. I could go for a little more, but I don't know. That one has 25 plus. This one has Lonely Nature. I think 150k is super fair for that. I'm going to go ahead and list that off as such. Let me get my calculator up as well. We're going to keep track of everything. 150k is the first, minus the listing fee. We're gonna do minus 10k. I think it was like only 8k or so, 6k to 8k, but I'd rather underestimate than overestimate. So we're gonna say 140k is my starting. It'll be really cool to see how much Pokeyen I can get from everything. All right, next Pokemon, ladies and gentlemen. I don't really want to hold on to these. I've thought about it. I actually listed off my Excadrill, even though it's definitely worth to hold it and see if it goes up value over time, because there's just not that many alpha Excadrills or hidden ability Excadrills in there, and they're really needed. But Braviary, let's go ahead and price check this. I think it's best to price check this as these as themselves, because that Spirit of Spring particle effect does matter. So I'm going to do Alpha, Braviary. Like, they're just not that expensive. 31 speed, 31 defense, like 80k or so. That's not like for 2 times 31 though. I mean, I'm sitting here saying it's not that good, but that's pretty good. It's pretty solid. I'm going to go ahead and do 90k on it, just undercut that one guy. That's going to give us plus 85k expected after the listing fee. Easy peasy. All right, Gyarados is easily one of the better alphas. Let's see what this can sell for, man. 3 times 31. I mean, it's just a super desired Pokemon. It's going to be 31 in... So the issue is, it's 3 times 31, but the other 31 is in special attack, so it's actually kind of irrelevant. So what I'm actually going to do is just 25 plus special. I'm just going to ignore that extra 31, sadly. Sadly, I'm going to just ignore the extra 31. It does seem like the cheapest one is 250k. That's pretty freaking wild. But it makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and just do 247. That one has been listed for a long time, though. I will say a long time. That one has way better stats than mine, actually, as well. I'm going to go 239. I'm going to do this. 240k. It's going to cost me around 12k to list. So it's going to be plus, what, 225? Plus 225k just for that, which is, once again, really, really good. I mistyped. One sec. All right, that puts the total at 450k so far. All right, Tauros is a strange one. I'm just gonna check it as 25 plus in all of these stats, and then go for Jolly Nature because the Jolly Nature is super important. There might be no comparable. Oh, there's actually some. Okay, cool. The thing with Tauros, right? The thing with Tauros is that it's one of the most expensive alphas to breed, one of the most expensive Pokemon in PokeMMO to breed. Since you need to breed it with Ditto. It's a male-only species, so you can't breed it with any other Tauros or any other Pokemon. You can't breed it with, like, if you try to breed it with a female field egg group, it'll just come out as that Pokemon. So if you want it to be a Tauros, it's gonna end up being really expensive to breed. And I think people will probably want to keep this a Tauros. Some people might use it as a field egg group breeder. What if I were to actually just do this? If I were to just sell it as a breeder, that might actually be better here, surprisingly. Because it was like 180k or so before. Like this. 48. Why is this what is these prices? Why does it go from 180 to 480? It's double 30, but wow. Yeah, this Tauros is kind of a weird one. I think I'm gonna just undercut this Stoutland. It's very, very, very comparable, but honestly a little better than mine. I'm gonna go 169. This feels really cheap, honestly. It kind of feels like I'm selling this for a steal. But at the same time, I think I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay with underlisting stuff sometimes. I'm gonna go plus 160k on it on the calculator. Probably could get more for this. Someone could flip me off it. Or flip it. That's okay. Let's go ahead and move on. Slacking is up next. Slacking is one I almost want to keep, just especially because mine's female. It's not gonna sell for too much. Yeah, there's the Tauros sold. It's not gonna sell for too much, and I like the idea of breeding for a Shalfa Slacking, at least like throwing in my little rotation and just like one little breed here and there. I love shiny Slakoth and shiny Vidroth are really cool. Slacking's a fantastic Pokemon. I'm going to keep that one, honestly, for the time being. We'll keep it for now. Next up, we've got 2 Laprases and some more guys down here. Okay, this is a normal Alpha Lapras, no Spring Particle effect, but this is Monster Egg Group, which is actually super good, I feel like. So let's do Egg Group, Monster, Alpha, yes. Sort by lowest price, double 31. Our Kangaskhan's female only, so ignore that. We can actually turn on hide female only, which is a great... to have that ability is really cool. Let's check Water A as well, just to see which is more expensive. I feel like Monsters probably... They're around the same. I'm just going to do 36k. Really, really easy price check, or really, really easy list on this one. The easiest 36k in the world. We'll add plus 34k after the listing fee, and then move on to Lapras number 2. All right, this Lapras is a lot better. It's 3131 Lapras, 31 HP, 31 speed, but then it's got 20 plus and a bunch of other stats that are super relevant. I'm going to check Monster Egg Group first. Nothing really good. Water Egg might actually do better here with these special attacking stats. Yep, much better. The nature is not relevant on mine. I'm going to do 42. That's probably fine. Yeah, it's for 4 days. I'll go 42 on it. I think that's super fair. Actually come out to plus 40k on the profit. Easy peasy. All right, next up is another Spring Particle event alpha. So we're going to go ahead and search this as a Steelix. Let's do Alpha Steelix. 31 defense is relevant. Everything else 20. What's the nature on this? Wait a minute. Hasty. Okay, the nature is not good. All right, female Steelix. 2 times 31 with the special attack is irrelevant. 20 plus in every other stat. I'm going to go 80k on this. 799. Honestly, it's kind of much worse. Actually, should I just go 70? Yeah, it's just so much worse than that other one, because that other one has it's special defense and defense 31s versus mine special attack, which is way less relevant. Let's just get rid of the Steelix. Let's do, what's the cheapest Alpha Steelix with the particle effect? We could honestly just go, we could check that as well. GTL is lagging for a second though. Yeah, like the cheapest one is at that price. So I pretty much nailed it. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and sell that off. That'll be plus 65k profit. All right, next up is the Alpha Stoutland. I'm just gonna sell it for 80k. I'm pushing it as a Stoutland so that it factors in the, the Spring Particle effect. Just a really simple one, honestly. I don't mind. Yep, just 80k really quick. We're gonna go ahead and add like 75k to the calc. I didn't see the listing fee exactly. Sold off really quickly as well, up to over 800k now. Ooh, my Ampharos. I'm actually going to keep this for the time being. I used this specific Ampharos for raids. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and keep that for the time being. It was actually really helpful to me. Maybe I'll use it in the future. We'll see. Same with the high-level Zebstrika, actually. We'll keep that for the time being. Next up, Lopunny, Per Ugly, Garchomp. I might want to keep this Garchomp. Stunting. The last 5 alphas. All right, next up, Patrouski OT, Alpha Lopunny, Adamant's Nature, 31. I'm just gonna go 125 on this. I want to get this sold off as fast as possible, get it out of my face. I don't want to own it. See you later. Just for the principal, we're going to add plus 120k over on the price check. Yeah, sold off in a heartbeat. I knew it would be for the memes. Okay, I'm actually going to do something really weird for this per-ugly price check. I'm going to do 31 in both the IVs, attack and speed, egg group field. We're going to do male. Spirit of Spring particle effect specifically, and we're going to sell it as a breeder. So I don't think many people want it as a per-ugly. So I'm going to, yeah, that should sell pretty quick, honestly, at 83,999. It'll be a 4k listing fee, so it's going to go for 80k profit. We'll list that off and do plus 80k over on the calculator. And we're officially over 1 mil Pokeyen in expected profit now, which is always a nice sign to see. Moving on, Garchomp. This is one of the better ones. I think this one's not that good, so I do want to, like, in terms of IV, so I do want to sell it off. The nature is actually usable. Rough stem, hidden ability, and alpha Garchomps are just super. Oh, this is not Spirit of the Spring. I don't know why I thought this was a. This is not Spirit of the Spring. This is just an alpha Garchomp, which still, I mean, is super, super, super desired. So this is a really easy one to price check. Alpha Garchomp. The stats it has, honestly, really cheap right now. Yeah, 59. We'll just do 59k. Actually pretty cheap for an alpha Garchomp, so honestly, that's totally fine. Plus 56k after the listing fee. Next up, we got a Grumpig with that Spirit of Spring particle effect. 3 times 31. Another field egg group Pokemon with Spirit of Spring. So this will be a similar price check to the per ugly. It's going to be sold as a breeder. We're going to do 31 attack, 20 plus HP, 20 plus speed, and then 31 defense. This is really good stats. The 31 here, that's super good actually. And then particle and everything. It's actually a super good. This Grumpig might go pretty well. We'll see. Also, what's Grumpig's hidden ability? If its hidden ability is gluttony, it might be worth selling it as a Grumpig. But so 170k is the cheapest, going based off of this slacking. What's the cheapest? What if we just go as a Grumpig? What if we get like rid of all the stats and everything, and go for like alpha Grumpig cheapest? Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do that 169,998 price. 170 essentially, 160 profit after the listing fee, plus 160. Boom. Next up is a Skunk Tank with 2 times 31. Shouldn't be anything too special. Its hidden ability is not very good either. I'm just going to list this as the cheapest Skunk Tank with those IVs available. So we're going to do 44,999. Makes total sense. Super fair to me. We're going to sell that off. That'll be plus 42k in profit coming in. And then that's all of the Spirit of Spring. That's all of the like special alphas and some others. Obviously, we're up to 1.2 mil. Now I have some other alphas over here. I think once I reach like 2 mil in expected profit, that'll probably be a good spot to call it. I think doing like an hour or so of listing a day, or like 2 mil or so, 1 to 2 mil or so Pokeyen in listings is going to be, if I can do that per day. I have so many Pokemon, so much Pokeyen just sitting in my boxes that I've been too lazy to get, which is probably so frustrating to some people. If you're like working really hard for your Pokeyen and you see some nerd over here who's just like sitting on stuff that he hasn't even sold, you know, how annoying would that be? This Cloyster might be kind of nasty. Let's sell this off. This Cloyster is pretty nice, man. This should go for like a little less than this. It's missing a 31, but I'm gonna go 240 on it like this. I mean, it's just a really nice Cloyster. It's gonna actually end up being like 225 in profits. So we'll do 225. Once again, underdoing it a little on the calc. 1.5 mil right now unexpected. And I'm fortunate enough to have some people buying some of this stuff up if you want Patrouski OTs, which is nice. But I am pricing it accurately, and if you price your stuff accurately, it should sell over time as well. When I sell stuff off stream, it sells. Or when I sold listed stuff and I sold stuff before I was, you know, had any sort of viewer base, it sold well as well. So if you price your stuff accurately, it should sell in 1 to 2 listing cycles. Quick little tip, never cancel listings, or almost never. There's some niche times where you should to like up the price, but almost never cancel listings. Just let it expire. And if it expires like that, you know, it makes sense or whatever, but never cancel a listing. Just be patient. Let it do its full cycle. And that'll get you your best outcomes on average. 49,998 here, really easy, plus 47k. For a quick little Salaman sale. I've got 2 Alpha Jinxes, and these sell for like nothing, so I'm gonna go ahead and just get these listed. Jinx is a female-only species. To be fair, these IVs are really good, but this being a female-only species, there's so many Alpha Jinxes on the market that are just so cheap. Let's go like 35k for, that's 3 times 31. That one's been lit for 16 days. I'm gonna sell this for like 20k and just hope someone bites. They're just literally, they are not worth much at all. I'm going to sell that for 20k, put plus 19k on the calc. Move over to the next Jinx, probably around the same price. This one, actually, this one's a lot better. This one's bold. Yeah, this one's actually way better, to be fair, but it's still not gonna be that expensive. But this could be like a competitive Jinx though, with like Calm Mind. Actually, it's missing special attack. That's hilarious. Never mind. I take it all back. It needs a breed still. Let's just do 31, 31, 20 plus in HP, Jinx, and then do lowest price. Even, yeah, Alpha's even the lowest. I'm gonna do 44k on this. I think that's fair. We'll do plus 44k. Selling the 3 times 31 for 44k feels criminal, but that's just the position Jinx is in. All right, here's a simple one, but a good one to chat out for you guys. So if you have a Alpha Eevee or like a Glaceon, something in the Eevee line, right? So if I price check it as a Glaceon, the cheapest one's 55k and it's been listed for 12 days or whatever. But it's going to be used as a breeder most likely. If I price check it as an Eevee, it actually goes for like 70k. So I'm going to go for that 69, that 70k price range. If someone buys this, they're probably just breeding it and like trying to get themselves whatever evolution they want out of it with that 31 special attack. So I'm super happy to go down this for that price. A little bit more expensive, and we'll do plus 65k for that one. All right, next is an Abomasnow. This one might take a little. I'm gonna sell it for 110k and underlist that one quite a bit because it's just not a very fast, not a very desired Pokemon, but I do think it's cool. So we're gonna go 110k on that, which will come out to plus 104k actual profit on the calculator. Just 2 times 31 special attack, which are really good placements for those IVs, to be fair. Vanillish. This looks really good. It's missing defense. Nature's irrelevant. It'll definitely just be a breeder. This is how I'd price check this. Now, some people do actually want Alpha Vanillish, so I'm not going age group on a lot of these, honestly. Wow, they're really cheap, actually. And this one's super comparable. Okay, I'm just gonna... yeah, that is way cheaper than I expected. Maybe I'll just keep that, honestly, and breed it. I'm down to just keep that for the time being, because that is way cheaper than I expected. I'd rather just hold on to it, to be totally honest. That's a Beartic. I do want to make myself... I think I have, to be fair, enough Beartics. I have like 2 Beartic comps already. Do I really need more, becomes the question. Probably not. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I'm gonna go ahead and just sell this one and not be a hoarder. Do I want to sell it as a Beartic or as Field Egg Group? I honestly don't. Let's just check the bottom out price of Beartics really quick. I might sell this as a Beartic. Even though it's male, though. Which is a little awkward. But these triple 31 in defenses, these IV placements are so good. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna go the Field Egg Group thing then. We're gonna go Egg Group, Field, Male. Even though Beartic's kind of desired because it's Swift Swim, which is nice. Maybe I'll go... Man, wait, how many Beartics are listed? Wait a minute. How many Beartics are listed at all? What if I... to change the IVs back as well? One sec. There's not that many Beartics listed. 28. Field Male for sure. I feel like people might be wanting the Swift Swim Beartic for NU. I don't know, man. I think it's kind of an interesting option. It's not like super, but it's... and also you get the Aqua Jet boost, which is important. It's like not a very common alpha. What's the... Let's do 31... Let's just do all... The one I'm gonna do for this is do all 31s and then do 3 IV match and just see what the cheapest bear... It's around the same price. Okay. 125. 140. Kind of like this. I'm gonna go I think 140 is fair. It also matches with some of the other breeders, honestly, in the A group, so I'm down to go 140. I'm gonna mark it as plus 130k for the actual profit coming in. Up to 1.9 mil. We're about to reach over 2 mil profit, which is super cool. We're still under an hour of listing entirely, so we're gonna in less than an hour we're gonna make 2 mil Pokeyen, expected profit. Obviously, all of this Pokeyen was actually made at a different time. I'm just finally taking advantage of it, so keep that in mind. I mean, it's not like I made 2 mil in 1 hour. That'd be ridiculous, but let's do this. Let's do 31. Let's do... Ignore the attacks. 20 plus like this. We'll search for Beartic. 95k. I think this is what's non-alpha. 150. Mine's not 3 times 31, so that's too high. I'm gonna do this for... What was the cheapest Beartic again? 60 something? I'm gonna do 80 on this. And that's not quite gonna put us at 2 mil, so I need to list one more Pokemon. We're gonna put plus 75k expected for that one. All right, let's sell off one more Pokemon to go ahead and reach that 2 mil or over 2 mil mark. What is this Frostlass? Quiet Nature is not really relevant. Even the attack is not. This is gonna be a weird one. What's the base? Or Alpha Frostlass is desired at all. What's the hidden ability access? Cursed Body? Honestly, maybe. Yeah, they're actually really desired. Holy shit. I might flip that. I might flip this one really quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. The cheapest Alpha Frostlass is 155k. That's actually wild. So I'm gonna flip that one that I just bought for 90k. That's from WizT. What's up, WizT? We're gonna sell that for, if I can get it dragged over here properly. We'll sell that one first for 150k. And not even worry about the expected profits. And then go for this one. One's got 3 times 31, but the attack's not really relevant. The HP and speed are hyper relevant though. Like, dude, wow, there's just nothing for Frostlass. What if we do 2 IVs matching and then look for like relevant ones? Like this one's pretty comparable. I'm gonna do the 175k. That's, dude, Frostlass is a crazy one. Cursed Body is probably really good for the NU variant. Like the Focus Sash Spikes lead. Yeah, Cursed Body is actually probably really good. Wow. Okay, 175k. It's gonna be like plus 165 after the listing fee. That brings us to an expected profit of 2.156, 2.1 mil essentially, almost, you know, in between 2.1 and 2.2. A lot of Pokeyen coming our way, a lot of stuff listed. I'm gonna keep listing stuff throughout this week, and then at the very end on Thursday, I'll collect all of this Pokeyen that I've been, like 7-8 pages of Pokemon. A lot of it's really cheap stuff, but I'm gonna pile this up, guys. So thanks for watching this little selling video. I'm gonna be ending the video, not the stream. Hopefully you guys enjoy just some good background content and maybe come to some price checks while you're playing Pokemon. Price checks are getting more and more complicated, honestly, as the game advances with things like alphas, with the new GTL search functions, like being able to search for IV matches. It's getting pretty interesting. So hope this was helpful. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you enjoyed it, dislike if not, subscribe to the channel for daily Pokemon videos, check out the streams like this Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET, Discord's links down below, and if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal with Venmo helps out a ton. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno.
Yo, what's up? I just want to quickly say thank you so much for watching the entire video. That's very, very cool of you. And it's even cooler for all of these people to go above and beyond and support my content. I couldn't do it without you. Thank you so much again.